So my thing is, right, and for the viewers out there, I was an athlete my whole entire life, right? So I've always been programmed to follow a game plan, a playbook, right? And for me, once I graduated college and I was done playing football, I didn't have a playbook on life, right? You kind of have an idea through your major, but it's no legit playbook, right? So you're kind of, and I remember when I came to you, I'm just like, the work ethic is there, right? The want is there. I just have no idea what to do.
All right, welcome to this episode. I'm so excited to be here with my boy Zach Wade, and
Yes, sir. Yes,
man,
sir.
we got a history. How many years has it been now that we've been doing life together?
Was it 6-7 years now?
Yeah, it's been quite a bit.
7 years,
and really got things cranking before COVID. Then you went overseas to do a really special, cool assignment. Zach plays a vital role in my life. You are my trainer. You've given me the protocols. I had Justin before that. I've had a nutrition coach, but you specialize in fitness, but not just personal fitness physically.
right?
I mean, that is like the main thing, but you've got other things around you that kind of round out the whole package. You're a big believer.
A lot of it that I've learned
yeah.
from you, to be honest.
But
You've helped me.
it all works in harmony, right?
Yeah, 100%.
So, but tell me a little bit about outside of the physical benefit of being strong or losing weight.
Yeah.
Why are these disciplines in terms of getting your body under rule so important? Tell me how that's impacted your own life and how it can impact others.
Well, first and foremost, something that I always tell all my clients is how you do one thing is how you do all things, right? And typically, I could always tell so much by how somebody is training, right? About how that person is living outside of the gym. It tells me all I need to know, right? So when you're disciplined, you're waking up in the morning, whether you're a morning gym person or after work shift gym person, it tells me something about you, right? It's about how you're carrying yourself, the discipline that you care about yourself, right? Our body is a temple, and working out and training is the best form of self-love and the best form of glorifying the Lord, I think, of honoring your body is working out, right? Movement is the best medicine. So you're setting the tone for your day. Like I used to always tell you, our sessions are going to be the toughest part of your day.
Without question.
Right? So you're priming your brain for any stressful situations, any tough situations throughout the day. You're priming your brain to be ready for that.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
So when you're a high performer, whether you're an artist, CEO, teacher, whatever the case may be, you're any type of person that's trying to really truly become the highest version of yourself and you're serving others, you need to be primed for the day. So the physical workout is priming. There's no better thing, I think, in life to prime you for that. As besides being in the word and doing the mental aspect of the physical part, because I actually saw this. I think the physical part is actually more important than the mental part, because the physical part has a direct correlation to the mental, right? You can have a strong mental, but if you're weak physically, you can't have the slice of the pie. But being strong physically, when you have a super tough session, you're not only working the physical body, but you're also working the mind.
You're activating it.
When you're working the mind, you can't work the body
at
the same time.
Right.
But when you're working the body, at the exact same time, you're working the mind.
That's right.
You're working the soul and you're working the spirit. Through one of our sessions, you're hitting all slices of the pie. And that's what gets you ready for the day. And that's why I think it's essential that, and it doesn't have to be crazy sessions, right? It's all relative.
Yeah.
But it has to be some type of movement, and you have to be working on yourself physically.
Totally. One of the things that I love about your approach is you, like I told you specifically, the type of physique and or the way that I want to carry myself.
Yeah.
From the standpoint of, I want to be lean.
Mm-hmm.
I'm already 6'5", so I don't want to, if I add size, I'm going to feel really bulky like a football player, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I just want to be lean, strong, right? Strong.
Yeah.
So you had a protocol for that, which is wonderful in your training, which I love. But also you got, hey, if a dude wants to get completely like bulked up and big and all 100%. That, you got something for them. But you also have from like beginner to intermediate to advanced, which I think is great. Different packages of intensity. I love the fact that you have your whole online app and training, because you can train anybody from anywhere in the world, which is wonderful. But for a beginner, let's get very, very practical on non-negotiables. And I said this in my protocols in my course is, what are your thoughts on just walking, getting steps in, 10,000 steps a day, whether it be an hour walk, listen to the word, whatever. What would be beginner one of just getting moving? What would you say, like drops in the bucket just to get going, to get it embedded?
So first of all, half the battle is just making it to the gym, right? So that would be my first thing for a beginner is just go to the gym. Whether it's like you work out or not, just make it to the gym, take a look around, because a lot of people avoid the gym because it's uncomfortable.
Oh, they don't like the way they feel.
Yeah, the way they feel. They feel like people are looking at them. They feel like they don't know what they're doing. So they're intimidating. And I can see how it could be a very intimidating space, right? You see people that are, in shape, or they just at least know what they're doing. They're feeling confident.
I almost feel shame.
You feel shame, right? And the reality is, through like social media and stuff, you're seeing things that the gym culture isn't always the best, right? There are people out there that make people feel that type of way. And, I'm obviously strongly against that. So my biggest thing is with people is, one, that's where I come in first and foremost. But two, it's just like, if you're beginning, just make it to the gym. Even if it's just walk around, take a look, walk on the treadmill, you kind of get a lay of the land, right? Two, to your point, is just get some type of movement in, right? The 10K steps a day is a brilliant start. Right? Walking. Now you're getting in the routine of doing this daily, right? And especially if you do it in the morning in a fasted state, that's one of when a client comes to me and let's say they want to lose weight, I say the two biggest things I say that will help you instantly is do some type of movement in the morning, fasted, and then cut your carbs at night. That's like my two biggest things. That will instantly have you drop weight quickly. But the morning walk or morning movement, some type of movement in the morning, whether you like to swim, walk, bike, whatever the case may be, that movement does so much, not only for your body, but for your mind.
Got it.
Right? So you start with that, and then it's baby steps. Steps. You go to the gym, you make it to the gym, you look around. Now you start working out. Now you get a program. Now you get a coach. And then before you know it, just like anything, you're becoming a regular at the gym. You're becoming a pro, like your own version of a pro, and it's all relative. But you have that confidence to go in there and be like, okay, I know what I'm doing.
For sure.
Right? It's like putting a nickel in the piggy bank, putting the nickel. Before you know it, you crack that piggy bank open, you look up and you're like, oh, wow.
Without a doubt.
So
and that the daily deposits on your future, who you're going to be, who you want to be, is so vital. We'll kind of wrap it up with this on this segment is, when you look at the importance of a coach, and why that's so vital to not just wing it, follow yourself, what does that look like in terms of what that's done for you? What that does for your clients, in terms of results? Because I know, having you as my coach, fitness coach, it's like Tiger Woods has a swing coach, a mental coach, a performance coach, massage therapy, and like you have a whole team. You're a part of my team. So what is the importance that you've seen in terms of having a program to follow? Talk to me a little bit about that. Without it.
So my thing is, right, and for the viewers out there, I was an athlete my whole entire life, right? So I've always been programmed to follow a game plan, you know, a
Yeah.
playbook.
Yeah.
Right. And for me, once I graduated college and I was done playing football,
Yeah.
I didn't have a playbook on life. Right. You kind of have an idea through your major but it's no legit playbook. Right. So you're kind of, and I remember when I came to you, I'm just like, the work ethic is there. Right. The want is there. I just have no idea what to do or where to start. Right. So that's why having a coach like yourself in my life was essential, because it gave me a blueprint. It gave me a playbook, and it allowed you to, you know, take a look at my strengths, my weaknesses, and how I could go about it. Right. Like when you're a coach, let's say on a football field, you're putting each player where they could best perform.
Without a doubt.
Right. So you help me, you know, get into situations that I could best highlight my strengths. And then in the background, also work on my weaknesses. Right. So the same that I do for, you know, my clients that reach out to me. It's taking out the guesswork and putting together a customized, tailored plan for them. That's where a lot of people go wrong. You can't have a cookie cutter plan. You know, like in your case, being like a coach, you know, and a mentor for people. Yeah, you could go read books, right? And it's great general knowledge. But a lot of people already have this type of knowledge. It's the cookie cutter, right? Same thing with coaching in my field. It's like you could go on the bodybuilding.com, you could go on the chat GPT, but it has to be specifically tailored for you. You got to know your strengths, you got to know your weaknesses, and it has to be tailored for you. And it allows people to take out the guesswork, have a plan, and then go execute the plan. Right. And if you're executing the plan and things aren't working the way you want it, then it's up to the coach, me, you, to be like, okay, let's take a look. You say you're doing everything. Great. Let's adjust. Right. So that's why it's essential to have that coach, because they're the ones that can help you make the audibles, make the adjustments.
Without a doubt.
Where needed. You know?
I love that. You know, as we wrap it up, I'll just say, I love whatever doesn't get measured. Nothing improves.
Exactly.
But the moment you have to measure it, and the moment you have to report it, productivity starts to skyrocket.
Exactly.
So, you know, I'm
and the accountability, right?
Without a doubt.
And research shows that in the health and fitness industry, when it comes to people being consistent with their health and fitness goals, the most important factor isn't the training program. It isn't the nutrition plan. The number one most important factor is accountability and community. And a coach offers that both.
Correct.
Right? Because community, right? And accountability. We're checking in weekly. I'm making sure you're doing the workouts.
I love the app, by the way.
Appreciate that. So you're having both aspects. That is the most important factor when it comes to consistency and achieving your goals. And I think that applies to anything in life.
Well, and I'll tell you, I think one of the number one calling cards in a leader's life, business owner, you name it, the moment they walk in the door, they haven't even opened their mouth. How they take care of themselves speaks volumes as to like what their focus is. Do they have their game tight? Is their mind right? And the fact that they have the discipline. I mean, it says a lot. That's why so many organizations and companies want to hire guys from the military, because they got that part worked out. You know, and so that's like a calling card, in my opinion. The moment you walk through the door, it says so much about who you are.
100%.
So I appreciate you being here. Anything that you want to ask me on this one just before we wrap up?
Yeah, I guess one of my questions, I've always been kind of really intrigued about you. You know, I'm always listening to you as a coach and everything, but I know it's had to take a lot of work to get to the point, you know, because in my life, I have 3 or 4 very important people in my life, men, right, that have helped mentor me and coach me and stuff. But you mentor and coach 2 of them, right?
Okay.
So the ones that coach me, you're also coaching and you coach me.
Right.
So I've always been curious on how you maintain that level of consistency and discipline, and to coach super high level people already that are coaching others.
Totally.
Like you're coaching a coaches that coach people. It's like,
Yeah.
how have you maintained that and that discipline and consistency, and you don't waver? Like, I remember when I first met you, I'm like, okay, let me take a look at, let me really observe this guy. Let me see if he's really, really about it, you know?
Yeah.
Because you meet so many people, especially me being an athlete, and people just talk, and you're like, okay.
Yeah.
But then you see them slip up. But in
Yeah.
the 7 or 6 years that I met you, since I've met you and known you, it's just been consistent. Like, it's never wavered. And I know you probably go through your own internal stuff and things that you need to work on and everything. But I mean, and I remember seeing you, and I remember like thinking, there's a peace and there's a light to him that, and at the time I didn't quite know what it was.
Yeah.
But I was like, I want that. So I guess the ultimate question is like, how have you maintained that and been so disciplined, and can you explain what that it factor is, you know, that people like myself, people like the Wills and the Francos and everything, like, why they look to you as their coach, even though they've experienced and accomplished so many great things. I mean, Super Bowl champs, best artist in the world, one of the best artists in the world. What is it about you, and what do you think?
First of all, I appreciate it. One, if a person wants to get it in their bloodstream, I would say if somebody's to say, what is your specialty? There'd be two themes. It would be metabolizing the truth and the word of God. Yeah. Okay. So true principles. Yeah. Okay. So getting them in your bloodstream, them being absorbed, and you creating outcomes as a result of your life. So everybody's, like you said, everybody's got access. The Bible's sitting right there, the books, knowledge, it's all sitting right there, but very few get it, consume it, and then actually metabolize it to get a result. So that's one that I love. The second one is overcoming, because overcoming is required. If I'm going to take that truth, I'm living in a fallen world. That's a war zone to overcome it. So that's tough. So that said, the it factor for me says, in order for it to metabolize and take root, I have to teach it. And if I'm going to teach and disciple others, I have to outwork them. And another level is I have to be smoking what I'm selling. Yeah. What a person get here and go, you should do this, you should do this, you should do this. And you're like, dude, you're freaking way out of sorts. You're way out of whack. You're out of alignment. You know, and you can look at everything from finances and marriage and your kids, and like, that's a ton to keep in order, let alone a business thriving, and then relationships. So I just look at it from the sheer standpoint of like, yes, metabolize, overcome, smoke what you're selling. But the biggest thing of all is set the pace. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I want to be 55 outworking 20-year-olds. Yeah. And then Kobe, it was the Kobe thing that really got to me though too. When Kobe goes, hey dude, I'm up at 3. Everybody's showing up to practice at 9. Yeah. I've already lived 3 lifetimes before they show up. Right. That work ethic, I mean, my grandfathers both set that work ethic for me. But you got to be very careful, because you will become Pharisaic, a self-righteous Pharisee in that process of checking the boxes, going, look at how religious I am. Yeah. It ain't about the boxes. Yeah. The reason why I keep all this in order and set the pace is because it provides on-ramps for God to do the transformation. Yeah. Like, I just want to meet him more. I meet him more in doing that extra rep. I meet him more when I'm in nature on that walk. I meet him more when I'm doing a deep dive in the sauna or in the jacuzzi. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%. So that's where I go to meet him. Yeah. But I want to outwork everybody. Yeah. So they say, if you want to learn something, teach it. So we host these events, you know, here at the lodge, and we're hosting guys. Yeah. If I have to teach that night, I better be doing it, number one. And number two, I want to learn. So therefore I'm going to teach and hold myself accountable. And it just keeps you on point. So that's where the discipline was set in. And lastly, I would say this, there were other men, my mentor, Bob, my mentor, Dave, my mentor, George. I mean, these are world-class guys that know what discipline looks like. And it's one thing to just say, I'm a disciplined person, I'm regimented, but it's another thing to say why. And my last comment would be, the reason why I stay in this mode is because the longer I can stay on earth through my physical body, the longer I can bear more eternal fruit. I can earn more rewards if I'm alive.
Yeah.
More, and the older you get, the more people you know. The more people you know, the more influence you have, and you're wiser at the end of your life. So that's when you should be having the most impact. So how old do you want to get? How long do you want to stay?
Yeah.
I want to get shelf life. And I just realized, to your point, it's like in my 20s is what affects my 30s.
Yeah.
The trees I'm planting at 50 affect me when I'm 80.
Yeah.
So you're a big part. You're a big part of that. So thanks for coming on, dude.
Yeah,
anything else?
Yeah. And one of the biggest things as I've always, being in the church and going to youth things and stuff, the one thing that always, I don't want to say turned me off on the church, because I was always in the church, but with people that I would listen to, I always found people that were teaching about Christ and everything. And I'll be honest here.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to speak on this. And I feel like this is what turns off a lot of people, until I met you, really. A lot of people I feel are corny. And maybe it's, not all of them, but just corny in the way that they're talking. And I feel like they just can't relate to the everyday people. It's almost like they're too good.
Oh, I see.
Right. And it's a bit cheesy to me.
Forced.
Right?
Yeah.
Forced. And it's like, yeah, God and Jesus, and we love Jesus with all my heart and stuff. But it's like, but I'm never going to be acting like that. You know what I mean? Or like, and people like myself and people like Wills and Franco's and stuff, like we can't get along. I don't know. It's, you
can't relate.
You can't relate. So when I met you, I was like, okay, this guy's different. He's really, like you said, smoking what he's selling, but you're able to relate to athletes, tattoo artists, celebrity, relate to individuals that are also in a dark world.
Very.
So how do you go about that, or what separates you so more people that are on fire for God and on fire for Jesus to relate to people that want it but are turned off by it because the people are like, those aren't my people.
Yeah. So I usually leave that up to the Lord.
Yeah.
I just pray to him and I say, hey, bring across my path those people that need what it is I've been given from you.
Yeah.
The things you've given me, Lord, I want to go give away. But only put the people in my path that need what it is I have to offer that you've entrusted to my care.
Yeah.
That's his word. That's his hope. That's his son. So I look at that and go, well, that's not for everybody, but it's for specific people.
Yeah.
So I just said, you know what? Don't try to be anybody.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
Right.
100% be yourself. And sometimes, that's what I think so interesting. The gospel is disruptive, and I'm sure it's going to rub somebody the wrong way. My approach, the way I'm doing it, and that just doesn't gel with them. But then there's others where it's like, yep, that feels a good fit. And that's a way for me to be able to see and understand scripture, the word, how God works, how life works.
Right.
And it's, they feel comfortable in that way. I will say this though. I'm not for the person, and this, dude, for the patty cake. Let's just call it in another day, rinse and repeat.
Right.
It's about action. It's about results and outcomes.
Yeah.
Like we're here to bear fruit. And we're here to join him in his work.
Yeah.
So the last thing I'll say on that is, you said in a dark spaces or dark worlds, right? I try to tell every client that I coach the reality of, we live in a very dark world, and it's a fallen world, and the enemy has rule over it right now. And so there's no difference between you and I being dropped off in a war zone somewhere in another country. The gnarliest, most hostile territory is America.
Yeah.
And the most hostile, most difficult, if you were to be a missionary and you were to go out and reach an unreached people group, one of the hardest ones is successful people in America, business owners, because they don't think that they need God. And it's a dark place because the enemy does not let go very easy. And so the moment we start working together, turbulence hits the fan. They want to be generous. They want to use our life as a business, or they want to use our business to be a mission in their life in a dark world. And the enemy doesn't care for that. So massive resistance. They want to pull the ripcord and get out early because they didn't have established roots. So my goal is to paint the reality and the disruptive reality that, homie, when you accept the Lord, you are in a war zone. And you've been in it this whole time. It's a very dark space. Your whole life will be overcoming because 95% of what you want to do in life, or 90% of what you're going to do in this day, every single day, is overcoming. The sooner you realize that, everything changes. And so overcoming and metabolizing the truth. Try to take the truth and the word of God and get a busy business entrepreneur quiet and still enough to get in the word. Good luck.
Yeah.
That's the hardest nut to crack. If I fly to a third world country and these people have never heard about Jesus and I show up with a bag of Bibles, they're going to go, yes, please. They're all waiting. They cannot wait.
Right.
But you take somebody here in America in a busy hustle, making car payments, building houses, building businesses, and building their own little empires and all of it. That is the hardest, darkest territory to penetrate because everybody is their own little God.
Yeah.
So for me, I feel very excited to, and very grateful to do life with the men and women that God has entrusted, that I have the privilege of sitting in living rooms and backyards in sessions and people here at the house, and the wonderful opportunity doing life with you and our crew and all these guys. It's an unbelievable privilege because you said something earlier, that belonging and community. Yeah. I do not know how people try to do it as a solo mission, dude. You're in a war zone and you're doing it as a solo mission. Yeah. You're a target. You got to be going at least two of you out.
Yeah. Facts.
Right?
Yeah. 100%.
So, I mean, that would be my response to, my approach, like your approach is different. It's not for everybody, but it's for somebody. And that's who I'm willing to obey on, whoever God entrusts to being able to work with. Our time is valuable on this earth. And I think that I want to, Chantel, she says it the best. My wife says, we so often want to get 100 pennies, but what we're really after is 4 quarters. Less people, less relationships, deeper, those that are willing to listen, those that are willing to metabolize, and those that are worth your time over and over and over again. How many people come to you and it's like a flash in the pan? I got it. Should just be a silver bullet. And you're like, you're in the wrong place, dude. Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That'd be my answer.
Yeah. It's a great answer. And you see it, so you see it in your everyday life. And I guess the final question for you, just on the physical aspect, how would you say, once we start working together and you kind of transition to the cookie cutter type programming of like the old bodybuilding type style, which, not knocking it, but
time and a place.
Time and a place. How has it kind of elevated you in all your aspects of life, or what aspects has it, like, where have you seen the biggest difference of really training the body, right? Not just for the aesthetic, but for the performance, for the feeling. And then, of course, the cherry on top, looking good. What has been the biggest game changer for you? Working with that
so look at it like this. I think you said it one time when we first met. You're like, dude, I just saw you painting all these paintings. And I'm like, why are you in here working so hard? Right? You're tripping out. You're like, you paint these things? Like, you just stand there with a little paintbrush.
Right?
I remember that. Yeah. I'm like, oh no, dude, this is like high performance, highest level. Yeah. So I started realizing, like, let's say I want to create, I want to lead, and I want to perform in life at a very high intense level. Example, meaning what I'm working with on a daily basis. Right. I'm not talking about being oversubscribed, meaning like a lot to do. Yeah. I'm talking about the stakes just being high, number one. And number two, I want to create very high quality work in whatever I do. Right. So a lot of people can go play golf. A lot of people can be on tour. A few people want to be like Scheffler or be like Woods.
Right.
It's an entirely different level.
It's a different level.
So if you want to play and perform and operate at an elite level in business, in your marriage, in your kids, in your relationships, all of that, I'm like, I have to take training entirely different. So when people go, so what do you do? I'm like, well, I perform as an athlete. Well, what do you do? We're rescuing, caring for special needs AIDS orphans in South Africa. We're running a couple businesses. We're launching other businesses. We have a coaching consulting business. I'm a writer. Like I got to make sure that I can not only get my mind right, but keep my game tight physically, mentally, spiritually. I got to keep all of that going in a way that I'm going to be able to stay in the game because these days are intense.
Right.
The ability to rest and take Sabbath and take a nap at 2:00 in the afternoon because you've been up since 4. Why? Because I want more.
Right.
I want to do more. I feel, to Kobe's point, feel like I'm living 4 lifetimes in one day.
Yeah. I can relate to that.
So then you start to look at your output.
Yeah.
You're getting more effectiveness and more impact with less work.
Yeah.
It's like sharpening your saw, like Abraham Lincoln said.
Yeah.
If I have 4 hours to cut down a tree, I'm going to sharpen my saw for 3 hours.
Yep.
So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
If this is sharp, my mind is sharp, to your point, because I'm training and I'm getting my house in order.
Right.
You can build on it.
Yeah.
But it all starts in the morning. So 4:00, sometimes no alarm, up to training, coffee, quiet time working with Justin, accountability. You're not by yourself. You're literally there doing it. I'm checking off the app. There's no guessing. I'm literally, nope, I did this rep. Yeah. This is done. Like measuring.
Full walkthrough. Yeah. Measuring everything. Yeah.
Everything. And for me, that makes me go, oh, like with my Whoop band. Yeah. It's a non-negotiable. If I don't have it, I can't tell you how much my heart rate or how many calories I burn. So I got to know. And at the end of the day, I can tell you specifically, here's how much sleep, here's how much recovery, here's how many calories, here's how much I'm getting done. Yeah. So for me, training with you made me realize in a lot of ways, it exposed what I was missing in terms of the deficits in my boat. Because you get me sitting there going, I think I'm eating well. Right. And I think I'm training right.
You think you're training, you're checking off the box. I went to the gym. Yeah.
No, the moment you measure everything, step on the scale. Yeah. Literally. Right. Track. Right. Mark it off. Yeah. Report. Right. You can't hide. Yeah. You can't hide. Yeah. This is why you get a CFO and you get an accountant. Yeah. Measure me, track it. Yeah. I can't hide. Right. On all aspects of life. Surface, yeah. And that's why I'm meeting with mentors, because I don't want to hide on anything. Right. The marriage, the kids. Lastly, I'll say this on the fitness. I want my kids to see that I can outwork them and that I want to set the pace for them. Right. I believe all men.
That's such an important point right there. Such an important point.
If all men, which are the thermostat of the house, if they get themselves dialed, the whole family will model themselves into it. Right. And they'll track it. Right. Yeah.
100%.
So all that to say, set the pace and set the tone of the house.
Yeah. I think that's a huge point. Yeah. And to be honest, I feel like it's lacking in a lot of households right now. I think especially men of this generation aren't prioritizing it. Mm-hmm. And it's a big, big issue.
And I would just encourage every viewer here, if you're going to post anything on social media, post your proof. Yeah. Yeah. Is there any greater accountability than showing up to the gym, posting a quick story or a reel, even just a picture of the weights? Yeah. I'm here. I did it. Yeah. It's a great accountability tool, and you're setting the pace for everybody that maybe you're doing life with and they want to follow you. Right. So meaning discipling them, influencing them. I mean, you want to be a true influencer? Yeah. Set the pace for people. Yeah. And give them something worth following.
Yeah. It's a lot better to tell people, posting about my workouts and my nutrition, my sleep regimen and things like that. To me, is a lot more influential than if, how people are posting. It's funny to me in this society, in this world that we live in, it's funny to me that it's okay in our culture and society to post at, partying at clubs, bottles, right? The sparklers coming out, you know, all these different acts, you hopping on a jet in the car, whatever. Like that's all cool. And that's like right on, you know,
but
and
it's
people
easy.
love it. It's easy, you know, and people, but it's like, but then the moment you post like a workout or a photo of your meal or something, then people are like, oh, it's like kind of judgy, you know, oh, look at him and everything. It's like, it's backwards.
100%
right?
backwards.
You know,
the baller's the guy going to the gym.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The being disciplined, waking up every day, sticking to a routine, being consistent.
Yes.
That's the baller.
Without a doubt.
Right. And that's could be relatable to everyone.
Yep.
Right.
And I to that point, I would just encourage everybody to think about a small drop in the bucket each and every day.
Right.
Like you said, just show up.
Yeah.
Each and every day. To just small drops add up to a full bucket over 100%. Time. Incremental, small wins.
Yeah.
Like even if you don't get to the gym, put on your shoes, walk out the door.
Yeah.
And just get that time in.
Yeah.
And my protocol for doing that hour walk to get the word in while I'm doing it and then listen to a book is to me the most greatest investment in the morning. I did it again this morning and it just massively pays dividends over time because you're making deposits each and every day, literally getting your mind right in truth along with the physical part.
Yeah. And to that point, like working out, you know, when you're in it and you're doing it, it doesn't feel like much is going on, right? You may be looking in the mirror like, nothing's changed really, right? Same with being in the word, you know, you do it. And in the moment, sometimes your mind starts to wander and you're like, you know, nothing's really happening. Like I'm not feeling it. But what I've come to find, just like in the gym and working out, over time, God starts working on your heart.
For sure.
Even like you said, just depositing.
Yeah.
Even in the moment, if you're like, man, is anything happening? Is anything working? You know, just like when you're in the gym, like, man, are my muscles getting bigger? Am I losing fat? Yeah. It's the same thing with being in the word. What I've noticed for myself, you know, even when I'm in a rush or whatever, or I'm tired or whatever the case, just being in that word, I've realized just daily making it a non-negotiable in the morning, no matter what.
Game changer.
Although in the moment you're like, it's not really doing much. Over time, you start operating in a different way. And you're like, oh, wait, whoa. That's right. That's not the Zach I used to know.
Yeah.
I'm operating in a whole different way.
Yeah.
And that's of the Spirit just being in you. Even the days you don't feel like it, you do feel like it, whatever the case may be. Yeah. It's like you're just doing that daily. And that's what I realized. It's a correlation, right? Just like in the gym, it's the same thing. It's the faith muscle.
That's exactly right. Well, dude, thanks for coming in. How does everybody get a hold of you if they would like to get some more information? What's the best way to get a hold of you?
Yeah, so the best way is just through Instagram, Zach Wade Fit, at Zach Wade Fit, and just shoot me a DM. Yeah. Right, you could DM me anything. I'm responsive to everybody. Yep. And if not, my team will get back to you right away.
Awesome. Yeah. And you've got online stuff that people can do self-paced anywhere in the world. I know you've trained all over the world, high celebrity profile clients. Yeah. High capacity families, all of that. You've done great. I've watched you travel the world doing that. But your specialty is also that one-on-one for those that really want to go like to a total VIP level.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. My whole goal is to, I've flown out by, you know, influential families, been hired by top athletes. Yeah. But my whole goal is to give that same work to everybody. Totally. That everybody that wants it. Like you said, everybody that wants to put in the work. Yeah. And like you said, my work isn't for everybody, but it is for most people that want to
specific outcome
and want to become the highest version of themselves.
Without a doubt, it's the best.
That's what my work is for.
Yeah, that's good.
So it's not a babysitting type thing. Mm-hmm. It's real work, but also real results.
For sure. No, appreciate you, bud. Love you, dude. Thanks so much. I'm so stoked we get to do life together. Thank you. If you have any more questions, hit up Zach on Instagram. Send him a direct message, and he'll get back to you. And make sure that you leave a comment down below. Would love to hear from you. And forward this on to somebody that you know who could use it. Thanks for watching, and thanks for listening. Appreciate you guys.